right, let me let you take a breather while the women get to talk some more, because as women, one of our primary, concern is our children, and it's amazing. It's I don't know, mind-blowingly annoying that we find out that teenagers not just taking it, they're also initiating very young people. Have you noticed this trend? There's this particular one in school, a girl who turned 18, and they had to make her take drugs to show that she's capable. And they were chanting when she was able to, sniff in one. They kept going, go this, go this, go this. I don't want to embarrass people, so I don't want to play that video. But I don't know if you've noticed that the young ones are really into it.
Well, I think it's been there for some time now.
I know.
Young people, peer
but
pressure.
They're more audacious now with it.
Is it that they are more audacious, or there's more of social
awareness,
media prevalence? Because I think these things have always been there. It's just now that they take videos of it.
Yeah.
But from time immemorial, it's been there. It's a sad reality, especially in high schools and universities. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
In fact, now most people who talk about university, they say this is the trend in universities.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. You see, the thing here is, like we always say that parents should be intentional. There's some certain things parents don't want to discuss with their kids, which I find very, very sad. That was the difference with us. When we were growing up, they used to tell us, be sure of yourself. You should not do this. Don't let this person do this. If you do this, this is what is going to happen. These are the consequences of what's going to happen. But now, the biggest problem I have now is that parents are taking it.
Yeah.
So their kids are taking it with them. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's happening.
What do you mean with them? They're doing it together.
They're doing it
with
together.
each other,
They're
among
doing
each
it
other?
together. They're
Stop
doing.
her now.
Yeah.
They're doing, sweetie.
As a parent,
As a
I'm sitting and doing
parent,
drugs
you see, let me
with
tell
my
you.
child.
Not young children, of
Not
course.
young, not
No,
see.
I mean child in
I am
context
telling
of
you.
offspring.
Yes.
It does happen.
You see, it's happening. So the thing here is, why would you not sit your kids down and tell them? You see, that's why most of the time I hardly go to just anybody's place, or I'm not too much of a party person. Some weeks ago, I went to some states for my friend's mom's 80th, and I'd not been to a nightclub in a long time. And people used to tell me, why don't I like to go to a nightclub? Because the next day my wig is smelling
Cigarettes.
really bad, and I just say no, I won't do that.
Why does your wig smell? Because
Of the
smoke. It's the smoke.
it's the smoke and everything.
Okay.
So it used to get to me,
the smoke from cigarettes or what?
Yeah, from
Everything
the
they are
environment
smoking.
in that place, because
Everything they're
is,
smoking.
So,
your clothes
yeah,
and everything.
everything.
They
So
suck
the
it in.
thing here was, I saw some little girls with the older sex and male sex, and I saw what they were doing. You see, they have to. I always tell people that most places you go to, your drinks are laced. They're laced because they were sitting this side. I was sitting. I'm a 10 o'clock person because my eyes were closing, but I was watching, and I felt so sad because these people were boozing, they were using shisha and all that. And let me tell you, there is no how you can cope after that day, not making it a habit. I couldn't wait to get out of that nightclub because one is not my style, and I just feel that many people do this thing to belong. And it's about time the parents tell their kids, look, you don't have to drink, you don't have to take drugs to belong. I don't drink, I have never drank, I have never smoked. Excuse me, I turned out well. So we have to teach our kids there is too much happening. And the minute you start to take the drug, it's very difficult to get out.
Yeah.
Because even biscuits, I said my story here the day I went somewhere, and I was given palm wine. I like palm wine. Then the minute I took it, I started shaking.
Wow.
So then I said, oh, sorry, they gave you the wrong one. So then I had to now start doing the water therapy for detox. So too many things are happening. And
So there
look,
was the right one and the wrong one.
yes,
for the
there's
right
the right
person.
one and the wrong one. But the guy that gave me palm wine gave me the wrong palm wine. The palm wine they gave me, I think it had maybe something Indian ham or something in it.
No, this is a big deal for me because for a long time I have been drumming it into my own head and the heads of my children. When you go to a place, please don't take any drink that you did not open by yourself. And as a matter of fact,
Very
if you don't
important.
hear the don't take
Yeah,
it.
because they could open it
You
and
know,
put something
Yeah.
and
don't
close it.
take packet juice anymore
Yeah,
because
they
they'll use
inject
syringe
it.
and inject
Yeah,
it.
we know that.
You know, but why are we supposed to live in this kind of fear? And my question is, I'll go back to the NDLEA man and get to find out. Luckily, he's a barrister. So I would like to know if, by any chance, somebody spikes my drink, do I have the power of litigation? Can I come to your office?
Oh, well, you need to, precisely, you need to have proof that your drink or your food
My
has been
bloodstream should be
spiked.
able to tell that there was something.
Yes, I think what determines the proof is that particular drink could be subjected to scientific analysis to see that it was actually spiked, and being spiked means that it contains other ingredients other than what it should be in that particular drink. So that sense, the elements of the chemical that is contained in it will be analyzed to see that it is drugs or is anything that could cause harm to the person who was taking it. So in that sense, you have to prove as well who had actually spiked it. So the person who owns the place may take the occupier's liability in the sense of saying that, okay, he is the one who actually, you'll be the presumed person who have done it, except you can prove otherwise. But yes, of course, you can maintain an action if such a thing happened to you in a particular environment where you know it is a controlled environment.
That's a good one. Now, I'll still be on you and find out. Recently, it's not too recently, but then it used to be within certain class where you go to a party and there are cookies and cakes baked with some funny substance, you know. Now it's even going down to children's party. What awareness is NDLA creating? Because I know tomorrow is drug abuse, the World Drug Abuse Day.
Yeah.
What awareness are we creating, you know, in the lives of citizens to ensure that our children can go to children's party, for crying out loud, children's party, and have children's kind of food, not spiked kind of cookies, rice, you know, cakes, and these things are not cheap anyway.
Yeah, well, of course, the awareness is there. We have what we call a war against drug abuse, which is a campaign strategy against drug use in schools and in families, with homes and everyone. So parents take primary responsibility in this case. If you have a child going to a party, you should know where he's going or she is going. You should know the type of party he or she is attending. And then, of course, if it's an adult child, you should also caution such an adult child, like one of the speakers had just said, please don't take drinks that comes in a pack, and if you're taking anyone in the bottle, make sure that it comes out to the fizz sound before you take it. So all those things are the campaign or are the primary thing that the parents should actually educate their kids before going to any party or going to a social gathering. You know, the primary responsibility is on the parents, and we are educating parents and families as well to see how they can avoid drug abuse or drug use in any environment, including social interactions and parties. We have arrested some of these cookies. We have arrested some couriers carrying cookies and those ones who make cookies as well. We do have quite many of our personnel doing what we call covert operations, particularly those who are manufacturing foods at home or in their factories. We have so many food manufacturers these days, either from home or from anywhere. We have so many people selling food from their home on the internet, and we are monitoring the development of such food manufacturing or such food making. So it is something that everyone, including parents, should take responsibility to ensure that the children are properly educated regarding the type of cookies or type of biscuits or bread or whatever they take in anywhere. In fact, even as an adult, a speaker had just said as well that he went to a place that was giving a wrong palm wine. There's a wrong palm wine, wrong tea, wrong pepper soup, wrong food anywhere you go. In so many of these restaurants, you have to know the restaurant you go to. If you go to Mama Put, and that Mama Put is such a place where they have known customers. When you come in, you signify, they know the type of food they give you. If you mistakenly give a sign which you tell them, oh, what you need is Colorado in your pepper soup, they'll give it to you. And that's exactly what it is in so many of these eateries you see around. So one has to be careful, and I think we're doing a lot of campaign. We're also doing a lot of covert operations to see that some of these people who peddles drugs in the name of food are also taken off the street. Indeed, we have a lot of information regarding food sellers who lace food for their customers or lace food in tea particularly. You know, they give all sort of exotic teas in parks and in restaurants these days. Some of them have specific customers. Some are laced with drugs, depending on the type of drug you're used to. You come in, they know you, they offer you that one. So we know what is happening. But the most important thing is the primary responsibility resides on the parents to see how they can educate their children and adult child as well. To say, look, be careful where you're going, know what you take. And as an adult, you also have to educate yourself and know the type of restaurant and the type of party you attend.
I'm really confused.